Hello aspirants, welcome to Unacademy. I welcome you all to the exclusive English channel by Unacademy IAS Icons for all those who want to prepare for civil service examination entirely in English medium. Sir, we are going to talk about a news article that was recently seen. Few tribes have been added to ST list. You must have heard about scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. So there are certain castes, there are certain tribes. Out of that whole lot of certain castes and tribes, few of them are added to certain schedules, which come to be known as scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. There are certain benefits that are meant for the people belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. So any tribe or any caste, when it is added to this list of scheduled caste or tribes, they get certain benefits. Recently, few of tribes have been added to this ST list. We'll understand in this lecture who these tribes are, from where they belong, and anything and everything important about them. So these type of articles become important from mains perspective and even from prelims also. Now when we'll discuss, I'll tell you how the questions can be asked in prelims, how the questions can be asked in mains. So GS paper 2 for mains is issues related to SCs, STs and minority communities. We have a subtopic in GS paper 2 which includes things like issues related to minorities. So we can consider these type of articles below those headings. Sir, Unacademy offers you widest range of courses, so start your preparation with India's largest learning platform today. Unacademy gives you widest choice of educators, flexibility to change course, unlimited views on lectures, live mentorship, daily answer writing practice. In short, I can say that anything that is needed, that is important for UPSC preparation, will provide you at Unacademy. You can see on your screens aspirants just like you are toppers today, so you can be one of them. You can start your preparation today with Unacademy, and this journey will take you to the ultimate destination, that is the Labasna. You can start your preparation with India's best educators. My name is Shubham Sardhalia. I am your educator and mentor. Sir, if you plan to start your preparation with Unacademy, you can enroll in our Plus and Iconic subscriptions. If you are opting for any subscription, don't forget to use this code IAS Icons. So this code is gonna fetch you massive discounts on all our courses. For a very limited period of time, Unacademy is offering you 20% off. It is a limited period offer, sir. 20% off on all the Unacademy courses only and only if you use this code IAS Icon. So don't forget to use this code. You can get combo subscription. You can opt for optional subscriptions, and for all those who are unable to pay the entire amount at once, you can avail the opportunity of 0% EMI. Sir, you can get iconic subscription, and Unacademy has once again brought for you Unacademy Super Combat. Sir, Super Combat, it is a gamified live scholarship test for UPSC aspirants. You will be given 50 questions and you have to answer them in 60 minutes. And the individual whose scores rank 1 will win Samsung Mobile. 250 lucky participants will win gift vouchers from Amazon. Rank 1, 2 and 3 will be getting UPSC notes by Unacademy. So in short, this combat can help you start your preparation along with some exciting gifts. Let's come to the article now, sir. Recently, government has approved inclusion of certain communities in the list of scheduled tribes. These communities belong to Chhattisgarh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Himachal Pradesh, and Uttar Pradesh. So we should remember that they belong to Chhattisgarh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Himachal, and Uttar Pradesh. Sir, Hathi tribe in the Transgiri areas of Sirmaur district in Himachal Pradesh, Nari Koravan and Puri Vikaran hill tribes of Tamil Nadu, Bhinjia tribes of Chhattisgarh were the communities who have been recently added. Sir, when I was talking that there are certain ways in which questions from these topics can be asked in UPSC prelims, so tribes become the very favorite topic of UPSC. Year and year we see the questions in UPSC prelims where it is asked that which tribe belong to which state. So you'll be getting a match the following type question. The names of tribes would be given on the one side, whereas name of states would be given on the other side. So you have to tell which of them are correctly matched. So we need to remember this, that from Himachal Pradesh we have Hathi tribes. Nari Koravan and Kuri Vikaran hill tribes are from Tamil Nadu. Bhinjia tribes are from Chhattisgarh, and apart from that, cabinet has also approved the proposal to bring Gond community of Uttar Pradesh under ST list. What was happening earlier, this Gond tribe community of UP, they were part of scheduled castes, but now they have been brought into scheduled tribe list. So now apart from these 4 tribes which I told you, Hathi tribe from Himachal, Nari, Koravan, Kuri, Vikaran, hill tribes of Tamil Nadu, Bhinji of Chhattisgarh, apart from that, now Gonds, their status has been shifted from scheduled caste to scheduled tribes. So this takes us to an important question which many of you also must be facing right now. That sir, what is the process if a community is to be included in the list of scheduled tribes? How we get to know that this community should be added? So the process to include any tribe in the ST list begins with the recommendation from these respective state governments, and we need to remember this process because it can be asked as a multiple choice question in prelims also, like to include any community under the ST list, recommendation of state government is required or not, or it can be initiated at the center level. So we need to remember that the very first thing from this entire process will be initiated is that the recommendation should come from the respective state government. For example, in case of Hathi tribe, if Hathi tribe from Himachal have been included into this ST list, it's only possible because the Himachal state government has initiated this process and made this recommendation to the center that these people should be added. This request, this recommendation from the state is sent to Tribal Affairs Ministry. At the central level, you must be aware that we have Tribal Affairs Ministry, we are under which anything related to tribal welfare, all the tribal welfare schemes and other things are being implemented by Tribal Affairs Ministry. So this recommendation is sent to Tribal Ministry, and Tribal Ministry reviews this entire recommendation, that is it necessary, should this community be included, and then they send it to Registrar General of India for approval. So this is the process. When this is sent to Registrar General for approval, after that, National Commission for Scheduled Tribes approval before the list is sent to the cabinet for final decision. So what happens there is, it initiates from the state government. So state government sends it to Ministry of Tribal Affairs. If Ministry of Tribal Affairs is of the opinion that yeah, they should be included, they send it to Registrar General of India. So Registrar General now has to resend it to the cabinet for the final approval that yeah, we are adding, we want to add this community into this list, and cabinet gives the final assent. But before the list is sent for final assent by the cabinet, what happens at this level is Registrar General of India, once it is received by him, he will send this for approval to National Commission of Scheduled Tribes. So there is a body, National Commission of Scheduled Tribes, whose approval would be mandatory. So once this approval is received, then the list is sent to the cabinet, and it's like intimidating cabinet about this decision that yeah, we are including, or we want this community to be included in the ST list, and finally cabinet gives the final decision. That's what we have seen, that cabinet approves addition of 4 communities into ST list. So that is what has happened recently. Now the next question comes up here is, okay sir, we got the process, we are able to understand the process, that how it is taking place, but what is the benefit, like why communities want them to be entered into these lists? Sir, the move enables the member of communities in the revised list of scheduled tribes to derive benefits meant for STs under the existing schemes of governments. There are certain schemes you must be reading, you must be understanding government schemes also, because they also become the part of UPSC syllabus. So there are certain schemes which are meant exclusively for STs, which are meant exclusively for scheduled caste, which are exclusively meant for other backward class, which are exclusively meant for women. So if certain communities are added to this list, they will be able to avail the direct benefit of all those existing government schemes that are meant to be for that community. Some of the major benefits include post-matric scholarships. So in majority of the states, these ST communities are given post-matric scholarships, just in order to bring them at par with other communities in the society. The students, the children coming from these communities, once they qualify their metric, they are given post-metric scholarships. Overseas scholarships are given if these children want to study abroad. They are given national fellowships. They are given concessional loans from National Scheduled Tribe Finance and Development Corporation. So there is a body known as National Scheduled Tribes Finance and Development Corporation. So we can understand from the name only, they will be providing financial help for the development of scheduled tribes. Apart from it, these people, these students become eligible for hostels. So there are certain areas, there are certain cities, or we can call, there are certain metropolitans also where special hostels are made for these communities, so they can avail the benefit of those. So n number of benefits are entitled once a community is entered or once a community is recognized as scheduled tribes. They are also entitled to be the for the benefits of reservation in services and admission to educational institutions as per the government policy. You must be aware that there are certain reservations when it comes to securing government jobs and even securing seats for admission into certain government institutions. So they become eligible for that also. They will be entitled for those reservation quotas also. So they will be getting n number of benefits. That's why the communities want themselves to be included. So now let's understand what are these tribes. First of all, we talked about Hathi tribe of Himachal Pradesh. Sir, Hathis are a close-knit community. Close-knit community means who share a common culture, a close culture with each other. They got their name from the tradition of selling homegrown vegetables, crop, meat, wool, etc. at small markets called Hath. You must have heard of the small markets which are known as Haths. Delhi Hath is one such example. So Hath is a place, is a small marketplace where different people come and sell their belongings or sell their goods. So from this only this community derived its name. They are known as Hathis because they used to go to these Haths. They used to sell their homegrown vegetables, crops, meat, wool, etc. The community has been making the demand since 1967. This demand to include these communities was time and again coming from the representatives of these communities in various states. So same thing happened in Himachal also. The demand was put in place from 1967 that tribal status was accorded to people living in Jhonsar Bhawar area of Uttarakhand. So this status was already accorded to people who were living in Uttarakhand, but this status was not accorded to the people who were living in Himachal Pradesh, whereas this area shares border with Sirmaur district of Himachal. So it was like that Uttarakhand and Himachal shared a common boundary, and people who were living on this side, who were part of Uttarakhand, were given this status, whereas same community living in Himachal Pradesh was not given this status. So it was since 1967 these people were demanding. Apart from it, we had Nari Koravan and Puri Vikaran. These both communities belong to Tamil Nadu. They are nomadic tribes. The meaning of Nari Kuravas and Puri Vikaras is jackal catchers and bird eaters. We should remember that it's called jackal catchers and bird eaters. They pride themselves on their traditional occupation. We can get from the name jackal catchers and bird eaters. So their traditional occupation is they go for hunting and gathering, and they feel pride in it that they are following the traditional occupation meant for them. Apart from it, we have Binjia. Binjia tribe is from Chhattisgarh. We need to remember that from which state, which area these tribes belong. So Binjias are non-vegetarians and agriculture is their mainstay for their economy. So they have been practicing agriculture in order to sustain their lives. That's the main livelihood or economic source for them. They consume alcoholic drinks including the handia. So these type of terms become important. Handia. Handia is a term used for beer made out of rice. So these Bhinjia community, they consume alcoholic drinks including the handia or rice beer. Then we talked about Gond community who have recently been shifted from scheduled caste to the scheduled tribe list. So Gond communities from Uttar Pradesh, and cabinet has approved the proposal to bring the Gond community residing in 13 districts of Uttar Pradesh under the ST list from current scheduled caste list. If we talk about the status of scheduled tribes in India, sir, you must be thinking that is there any definition given in the constitution or any way by which it is defined that a community when designated as scheduled, what it means and how to define this thing. So as per census of 1931, scheduled tribes are termed as backward tribes living in excluded or partially excluded areas. So there were two conditions: you have to be backward tribe and you must be living in excluded or partially excluded areas with no direct access to mainstream areas. Government of India Act of 1935 called for the first time for the representatives of backward tribes in provincial assemblies. The Government of India Act 1935, we read about it in Indian polity. So it was for the first time in 1935 that these communities were given representation in provincial assemblies. The constitution does not define the criteria for the recognition of scheduled tribes, and hence the definition contained in 1931 census was used for the initial years after independence. So there is no provision or no definition for these tribes, like how to define scheduled tribes. There is no definition which is given in the constitution. So after independence, for initial few years, the same definition that was put in place in 1931 census, what was the definition? Backward tribes coming from excluded areas. So that was followed, but later it was changed. If we talk about the current status or constitutional validity of this, the fifth schedule of the constitution lays out provisions for administration and control of scheduled areas and scheduled tribes in the states other than Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. There are 12 schedules, and 5th schedule says that all other states except Assam, Tripura, Meghalaya and Mizoram, excluding these states, all rest of the states, wherever the communities are staying, scheduled tribe communities are staying, their administration will be taken care by the 5th schedule. And similarly, 6th schedule deals with the administration of tribal areas in these 4 states. In 5th schedule, these 4 states are excluded, and exclusively in 6th schedule it talks about these 4 states only. So Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. So I hope we are clear till here. What are these communities, from which place they belong, what importance or what benefits they will get once they are included into the list, and what is the process to include any community into the list of scheduled tribes. So these type of articles become really important while we are preparing for UPSC, be it prelims or be it mains also. Apart from it, if somebody belongs to these areas or somebody comes from these communities, he can be asked questions based on this, on their personality test also. So sir, we will be bringing you articles such like these on this channel, and you need to religiously follow this channel. You need to subscribe with us so that you can cover each and every part of syllabus. You need to master the art of answer writing, because ultimately how much you are able to write in the answer while writing your mains, that's gonna make the difference. So mains test series 2023 is already started by Unacademy. You need to enroll. You'll get 30 full sectional tests, customized feedback and evaluation, high quality model answer, everything you'll be getting here. Unacademy gives you doubt darbar, where thousands of learners come and clear their doubts. Are you one of those? Sir, I hope we are clear with this article, and anything asked related to this in the examination, we'll be able to answer. Thank you for joining us on IAS Icons. If you haven't subscribed this channel, do subscribe this channel, because exclusively English content will be provided with respect to UPSC civil service preparation. Thank you very much. All the best. Keep working hard. Bye bye. Take care. Jai Hind.